you ever wondered what it feels like to lose weight permanently and to be a thin person for life? What does a thin person feel and think and do every single day that allows them to stay thin for life and not yo-yo diet? We're talking about dieting today and how to think like a thin person. Hi, I'm Kristen Tinker, food addiction and weight loss expert. I've helped hundreds of corporate successful midlife women lose weight by getting to the very bottom of why they overeat, instead of going on another diet and yo-yo dieting for life. If you want to get my free latest videos designed to help you overcome food addiction and lose weight permanently, even at midlife, all while you have a busy, demanding corporate job, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you can get access to more tools and help for weight loss. Now, reconnecting your mind and your body to think like a thin person is deep, ongoing work, ultimately to change your relationship with yourself and with food, or any other behavior that is sabotaging your goals and your life. It also requires becoming radically honest with yourself so that you know who you really are, what you think, what you feel, and you must be able to express your feelings and your needs so that you can authentically honor your needs consistently with your daily behavior, rather than people-pleasing and compromising who you are just to be loved and accepted by others. I'm going to break this down for you today with 3 questions. Now, the first question to ask yourself is, what do I get from the actions that I'm taking that actually sabotage my goals? That might sound like, what do I get from emotional eating? What do I get from drinking too much wine or pushing my body to exercise when I really don't want to? What do I get from saying yes to helping someone when I really want to say no? What do I get from working too much? You are looking for the patterns of behavior in your life that cause you to push yourself, even when there's that inner voice that says you don't want to do so. That might sound familiar, right? In each of these cases, you have traded who you are just to get comfort, pleasure, or happiness. But in each of these cases, you are not honoring who you were created to be. See, nobody was born to be an unhealthy, unhappy, overweight person who is lethargic, stressed, and constantly people-pleasing or craving food with hard emotions. That's not being the authentic you. If you notice you are struggling with people-pleasing, eating, or taking other actions to bring unworthy, short-lived happiness into your life, and you want more than just this video to help you reach permanent weight loss at midlife, just click on the link below to join my free Crush Your Cravings program. In this program, you'll get a free 5-day video series to help you crush any craving that pops up. Plus, you get access to me in our private Facebook community and free group coaching. Now, moving on to question number 2. What does this behavior, or stress eating, overeating, people-pleasing, or any other overeating behavior do for me personally to change me in the short term that I wanted or craved? What was the benefit to you, many times unseen or unconsciously realized, from engaging in that behavior, be it emotional eating, drinking, shopping, porn, exercise, drugs, work, or any other action that is not authentically aligned with who you truly are, but have not yet recognized and honored? For example, you might be saying yes to colleagues for taking on more work to earn their respect and their validation. But if you internally knew that you wanted to say no, but you agreed and said yes, then you've traded your own authenticity and who you are for the comfort of being highly revered, respected, validated, or elevated, because we all seek love and acceptance. But you cast your own needs aside to say yes. And this is exactly when you turn to emotional eating, stress eating, overeating, drinking, and all of those overeating behaviors that actually sabotage your life. Please let me know in the comments, does this sound familiar to you? Where you felt that full body no, but you said yes anyway, and then you just regretted it later and probably felt a little resentment too. Okay, the third question to ask for getting in touch with your authentic self is, why are you lacking pleasure? In other words, what pain are you trying to hide from yourself? Why do you actively seek numbing your life and your authentic self? What are you trying to hide that you don't want to see or maybe deal with in your life? To think like a naturally thin person means you're willing to bring that pain and that discomfort forward all the way and then deal with it. Just live with it, rather than using destructive, automatic habits that sabotage your health, your happiness, and your weight loss. So the work to be done so that you can think like a thin person is to stop trying to be someone that you're not by trading your authentic self for the feelings of being loved, respected, and validated. Decide today who you are as an authentic, naturally thin human being. And that might just sound different for each person, but I can promise you that your identity is not your personality nor your appearance. It's not that you're a person who's nice, in control, powerful, funny, beautiful, ugly, kind, or even mean. Those are just the ego state that you might have been showing up with in the world, but it's not who you are. This is why these 3 questions are super important to thinking like a thin person. You have to know who you truly are, and then you honor it so that you can stop using food, drinks, and any other overing behavior just to make yourself feel better when you start showing up in an ego state that others have given you. It just makes sense then that to start thinking like a thin person means you have to ditch diets, exercise, fads, and gimmicks that make you thin and lean. Because we use these from a place of fear that without a diet or without that Uber exercise plan, a fad, a gimmick, or maybe even supplements, we might just gain weight. And if you gain weight, then you won't be able to love yourself and others won't love you. And then your life is just going to feel out of control. But that's the point. When you don't know who you truly are, without your appearance, your accomplishments, your work, or your parenting successes, you actually are out of control because you have no authentic identity other than getting approval from everyone else. By shifting your focus to who you are and honoring it, you have to drop your identity that is shaped by your accomplishments, your job, your projects, your volunteering, or any other outside mechanism that defines you. You put your ego aside and you learn who you were really meant to be. To be clear, that does not mean that emotional eating, overeating, or any other overing behavior defines you as a bad person either. That's not it. All of the buffering behaviors you've been using that hide your authenticity and who you are have just been quick and easy solutions to the problems in your life that you weren't ready to deal with. So look into your life to answer the question, who are you? Until now, your story has probably been unconscious, but today is your day to begin thinking like a thin and happy, healthy person because you are authentically that person. You do not need to be a passive victim to your own life. When you shed the efforts to be loved and accepted by others with that ego state, you regain the sense of agency and sovereignty in your life to think how you want to think, to feel how you really feel, and to communicate and consistently honor your needs with boundaries and actions that align and protect who you really are. Ultimately, you stop judging yourself and you reclaim your power for life. Start living authentically as a thin, happy, healthy person by asking yourself those hard questions. Ask, why do you do what you do? And do you really need to take that action any longer? Look for the patterns where you are sacrificing your authenticity of who you really are for the gain of attachment with others. Truly, that means you might just distance yourself or lose friends or family who have learned to use you in certain ways that compromise those boundaries. But know that your true friends and loved ones will celebrate you as you really are. Know who you are and be who you are. Find out who you are today. It's never too late because you always have been that thin, healthy, happy person. Today is your day to get back in touch with and recover your authentic self. If you've learned something new in this video about my different approach to weight loss, if you're sick of the dieting roller coaster, or if you just felt inspired by what I'm sharing today, click on the subscribe button and click to like this video so that I can continue sharing my different approach to weight loss with other professional corporate women at Midlife.